So, we've talked about some pretty inspiring examples of this 1% principle in action, but I'm sure some of you are thinking, okay, that's great for Olympic athletes and famous comedians, but how do I actually make these changes stick in my own life? You're reading my mind. It's one thing to understand a concept, but quite another to actually put it into practice, right? Thankfully, there's some really practical and effective strategies that we can use, and they all revolve around a simple framework, making the habit obvious, attractive, easy, and satisfying. That's right. Those 4 elements, they essentially form like a cheat code for a behavior change. Let's break them down one by one. First up, making the habit obvious. Okay, so obvious. What does that even mean in the context of building habits? It's all about removing any guesswork or ambiguity. So, if you want to drink more water, for example, put a giant water bottle right on your desk where you can't miss it. Or, if you want to read before bed, place your book on your pillow as a visual reminder. So, you're essentially creating these visual triggers to put the habit front and center, making it the most obvious choice in that moment. It's like saying, hey, remember me. I'm the habit you're trying to build exactly. Now, let's move on to attractive. This is where we tap into our brain's reward system, making the habit something we actually look forward to. Okay, I like where this is going, but let's be honest. Some habits like exercising or eating healthy aren't always the most appealing, especially when compared to, say, scrolling through social media or indulging in a sugary treat. So, how do we make those healthy habits more enticing? One really effective technique is called habit stacking. This involves pairing a new habit you're trying to build with something you already enjoy. So, for example, if you love listening to podcasts, tell yourself you can only listen to your favorite shows while you're working out. Ah, I see. It's like sneaking those healthy veggies into a delicious movie. You're essentially borrowing the enjoyment from an existing habit and attaching it to the two. Healing. That's the idea. Our brains, they love those dopamine hits of pleasure, so why not use that to our advantage? Okay, next up, making it easy. This principle is all about reducing friction and making the habit as effortless as possible to start. Yeah, I think this is key because sometimes even the thought of starting a new habit can feel so overwhelming. It's like that feeling of staring at a blank page. When you're trying to write something, where do you even begin? So any tips for making those initial steps less daunting? Absolutely. The key is to start small, really small. Don't try to meditate for 30 minutes right off the bat. If you're new to it, start with just 5 minutes or even just 1 minute. The goal is to make it so easy that you can't come up with an excuse not to do it. So it's about lowering that barrier to entry and focusing on building consistency rather than aiming for perfection from the start. I think this is really important for those of us who tend to overthink things or get easily overwhelmed. Yeah, and another helpful tip is to prepare your environment for success. So, lay out your workout clothes the night before, or pre-chop your veggies for healthy meals, or put your meditation app shortcut right on your home screen.